EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams. Turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff, now Locke. He'll buy some time right. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now this time Locke will throw.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by David Long. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From midfield, here's Locke. And he's going to have the hookup to Sutton. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing again on second down. Lock. That is taken in by the tight end fan. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Block off of play action. He's got Mason complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll make it a second down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
On second down, Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Play action. Stafford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Flush, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Draymond Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
To try again after the sack. Stafford, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
A shotgun snap for Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. On 4th down, Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
In 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Locke. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat? In every meeting with reporters this week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
At the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 56, Mike 56, right there, 56. 59. Mike 56. Mike's 56. Target. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. I'm trying to collect. 56 to Mike.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Oh, you got deep?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Locke to throw.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
play action. Locke. Forced out to his left. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Again, they'll throw with Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll run it with Williams. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Now Locke. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Rams force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to take another shot here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive
as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
For Drew Lock coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Broncos 14, Rams 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
2nd and 4.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And he's got his man on the out route. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On first down, Locke.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Again, it's Locke. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And 6, and it'll bring up a second down.
2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
Line 16, line 16. Come on, switch.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Locke working out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7.
Broncos 21, Rams 7.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check back 16. Check back 16.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Block off of play action. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Lock now on 1st down. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Alex Anzalone charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops it for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. From the gun, it's Locke. That's complete, Okuebuna. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Denver.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, Williams. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Clock now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Finding Williams once more, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ram 7.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Now Locke going to run a little touch pass here to his wideout.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Shakes off the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Locke. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And the Rams are right back in this football game. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
Throws left side. Atwell's got it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
2nd and 2.
Right back to Atwell. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Rams on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a
throw. The tight end. That was the 8th fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
They'll look to throw here.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
28, Rams 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there for L.A.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Flush to his right. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5.
Single receivers. I got 11. I got 11. 70 ranges. 70 ranges. Tight end right. Tight end right. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. 56. Cowboy 80. Shit. 7 Pirate. 7 Pirate.
He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Kill.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run on 1st down. Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Block going to give to Williams on the draw. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Williams. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Throw left side complete. That's Mason. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So now Drew Lock gives way to Brandon McManus.
This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Broncos, it's a second win now as they move to 2-10 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Rams.